Hi everyone, it's Brobarian with your favorite Everyday Heroes fan podcast here. And I wanted to make a quick video just for this very special day here on August 28th. Starting off, I wanted to talk about this. We've mentioned it a couple of times before on the show and on Redemption HQ. This right here is the book that you can get on Amazon for $14.99. You can still get it for $14.99. I made sure I double checked before I hopped on and started recording this. But yeah, you can get the core rule book with the special D20 Modern cover for $14.99. So if you have been sitting on the fence with that, you should go for it. Spectral had better luck than I did. I think might be one of the reasons why it's on sale for so cheap. I had, as I've mentioned in the podcast before, is you can kind of see it. See if I can catch the glare just right. You can see where my finger traces. I think that was a factory. Either that was a factory thing or a warehouse issue. Same with that up there. This was completely sealed in plastic, and that was there, and there was no damage to the ceiling, to the plastic ceiling. So, you may have your, sorry, it was one of my daughter's toys. You may have, your mileage may vary, but Spectral said that he's now since ordered two, so he's sitting on his original copy and like two of these now, and he said that his look fine. So yeah, hopefully you go ahead and place your order for it and get yourself a copy for dirt cheap. It's always good to have multiples, or just give away as a gift. Less than $20, you can give somebody the gift of a game. You can't beat that. It's also embossed. I don't know if you can see how it. Let's see if I can catch the light just right here. There we go. You can kind of see it as I move it around. It's got that embossing all around the characters, and it's got the embossing on the lid. There we go. Sorry, my internet's kind of blinking in and out here. But again, so it's August 28th, and we're not talking about this. This is a very special episode. I wanted to talk about something that's not Evil Genius related, but definitely RPG related. And August 28th is National Power Rangers Day. And I wanted to talk about this Power Rangers RPG book. I've been wanting to talk about this for quite some time, but yeah, I wanted to discuss this and kind of talk about it a little bit. So this is an RPG that was created by Renegade Studios. It's part of their 20 Essence system there. It's got some great art. I got a little bit of damage because of having kids and all that. You know how that goes. Can never have anything nice. But yeah, anyway, so it's a really interesting system. I've been playing the GI Joe uh 20 or the 4S system, and I really enjoy it. But I got the Power Rangers one first when it first launched. I even had the Red Ranger dice pre-order. So yeah, I have the corrupted D4, probably much like most of you who may or may not have ordered from them. But it's a really simple system. Let me go back here. So the character sheet, as it's laid out, is right here. If I can see if I can stop the glare or fight the glare and the shadow. So you have the four stats. You have your strength, speed, smarts, and social. And as you go down, you've got corresponding skills that go with it. So you have things like alertness, culture, deception, animal handling, persuasion, streetwise, infiltration, and you can also gain health with the condition. And so you also have a full-on weapons section and a section for your Zord. You have a sheet for your Megazord. So as everybody else creates their Zords, everybody can put all their stats in there. So everybody has a unifying notes. I almost said notifications. Gosh, my brain. I work third shift and I have not slept yet, and it is in the afternoon. So pardon me. So anyway, so as you create your character, all the way back here, you have what they call roles. They don't call them classes, but they call them roles. And they base them on the colors. Those are the primary roles. Is black, blue, green, pink, red, and yellow. Any of the other ones, such as white or phantom, or any of those are considered advanced spectrums, and so you have to level up and take a general perk, or what is like the equivalent to a feat in 5th edition terms, and that's what allows you to shift your color or your role to something else, so you can become more powerful, gain different abilities in the sort. And yeah, so it's really, really neat. And so anyway, you start off here. You actually technically start off in the origins. You don't pick your role right away. Is actually they want you to pick your origins first, and they have things like athletic and brainy and comedic kind right out of the core book. This is based more on the idea that you're a teenager with attitude, as opposed to like the latter seasons where you might be a young adult or an older or an older adult with a bit more of a traditional occupation, traditional origins, things like that. Like G.I. Joe, their origins are what military branch or possible Department of Defense options that are non-military, possibly law enforcement, CIA, FBI, those kinds of things. So anyway, so yeah, and those as you go through, they help you determine what your starting health is, what your essence score will increase by, your skills. It'll talk about your movement speed. It'll handle your movement speed. It'll handle your languages. It'll handle, and then there's an origin benefit, which gives you kind of like a minor perk, such as edges, or you don't suffer any snags, and things like that. So of course, then you go into the roles. The roles will also give you essence adjustments at level 1, because some roles will focus on certain different abilities. Like the Black Ranger focuses on strength and social, and same with the Blue Ranger will focus on speed and smarts, and Red Rangers also focus on strength and social. Green Rangers are strength and speed, because the Green Ranger is like a lone wolf solo fighter. The Pink Ranger is all about speed and social, because they're considered the sharpshooter kind of class if you want to play as a sniper. Red Ranger, of course, they're built around leadership and hitting things really hard. Yellow Ranger is all about the speed, so they're more of like a skirmisher. They get in dual wielding weapons, or really just laying down the smackdown with a flurry of fists and kicks and things like that. So it's perfect for that. And then of course the White Ranger is in this one, and of course, and there, like I said, there are other books that expand it. They've got Gold Rangers, Phantom Rangers, they've got the Quantum Ranger, all of that. You can find all of those in other books. And so one of the cool things about it too is that your stats really do matter. So as you're building your character, you'll get your numbers and you can set them all in place. And then as you're finishing your character, you have 12 points to devote to amongst the 4 stats. You can split it up however you would like, and some of that will actually make a huge difference in your ability to play the game too. So if you put a lot of points into strength, you can put it into conditioning, so your Power Ranger doesn't go down as fast. You're harder to defeat, and your toughness score will go up, and your defenses and all that, with a higher strength. Or if you devote your points into speed, if you have at least 3 points in speed, you gain your full action economy, which is great. So you can do a move action, a standard action, and a bonus action. Where if you have a low speed score of like a 1 or a 2, you might only be able to move in a single round, or you might be able to move and hit in a single round, but then you won't get a bonus action, or you'll have a limit in your free actions, things like that. So the stats really do make a major difference on your character, which is really, really neat. Now, the one thing that, if you follow anybody else's videos, or if you've watched anybody else's videos on this, Power Rangers, as compared to the Transformers game or the G.I. Joe game, the Power Rangers is a lot more open-ended, as opposed to the other ones where things are far more structured and really will guide you through. The Power Rangers give you a lot looser options, so you can pick up grid powers, which are almost like magic spells, you could say. You can gain different things. You can do things like having the ability to transfer energy and help repair another Ranger's shell, which is what they call the suit right there, right? They call that the shell. And so you can help repair somebody else's shell, or if you're a Pink Ranger, you might be able to transfer some of the grid power to actually heal somebody of their HP if somebody's been injured, or if they've been given a condition. you can spend some of your energy to get them out of the condition. They do have Zord combat, and as with each book, they also bring you more Zord options, and things of that nature, which is really, really cool. These are my notes right here. That's my crappy handwriting, but those are my notes. I actually had built up a several session adventure based on not just the adventure out of the back of the book, but there was also a free RPG day supplement from Renegade that they came out with. It was just a really generic adventure. It was right before this came out. It was the free RPG day before this came out, and you can kind of rework it a little bit, and it can fit in just about any campaign that you want. If you can, I encourage you to go find it. Maybe you can find it on Drive-Thru RPG, possibly. I would look it up for sure. Again, like I said, it's worded pretty generically, so you could rework it into anything that you want. You can certainly make it about a G.I. Joe campaign, which is what it really leans heavily into, but you can always modify it too for a Transformers campaign or anything like that. So the cool things is the book also has a bit of a rogues gallery. They've got some of the more iconic ones like Snizzard. They got Rito Revolto, Slippery Shark, Palutacorn, Pineapple the Clown, some putties. They have Finster, Chunky Chicken. Some of the other books, they've got Finster's Cookbook, which expands the Rogues Gallery even more. And they've got far more Mighty Morphin villains, Zeo villains. Oh my gosh, yeah, Turbo villains, all the way up. I want to say they have it like all the way up to the Disney era, so like well beyond Wild Force, definitely Time Force. Well, Time Force is Saban, sorry. So up into Wild Force, SPD. There we go, SPD, Dino Thunder, and things like that. There's also further expansions that have more of that stuff as well. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because again, today is National Power Rangers Day, and I'm a huge Power Ranger fan. I was there when the show launched. I was just a wee little kid 32 years ago, at the age of 6, preparing to go to kindergarten when this show came out. Man, I fell in love with it. All my friends, we loved Power Rangers. We loved just running around in the playground, throwing kicks and punches at imaginary putties, and man, we had so much fun with it. So it's cool as an adult. Now there's you know, kind of the luxury to be able to continue to do stuff like that. Just, maybe a little less kinetic and more dice throwing and imaginary and cooperative. Hey, that's hard to beat. But let me know what you folks think. Do you like the Power Rangers? Do you like the Power Rangers RPG? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you're interested in our channel talking, expanding out to different RPGs as well, let us know. Because we've Spectral Force. He's got, as he's mentioned before, he's got Voltron books coming from Catalyst, and if you want him to hop on here, hop on a camera, flip through his books when he gets them, and talk about them, let us know down in the comments below if there's any other RPGs. I mean, I could do a way more in depth, but I really just wanted to make this quick, under 20 minutes. Quick. I could be quicker. I guess if I had maybe gather my thoughts and maybe took a nap before doing this. But so I really like this. I've been wanting my friends to get involved and play with me on this, or at least let me run it for them. Man, I look forward to it. I look forward to playing this eventually. Like I said, I've only ever played the G.I. Joe, and I love the G.I. Joe game. I adore the G.I. Joe game. I finally got the Beast Wars book for the Transformers, and I want to play Beast Wars when I finally get all my friends gathered together. I guess that's kind of the hard part, gathering people together. But let me know what you think. Sorry, I keep beating that drum, but let me know what you think. Do you like Power Rangers? Who's your favorite Power Ranger? What's your favorite Power Ranger season? Hey, whatever. We're here to talk about it. All right, folks. We will see you again soon. We are going to be talking about the Charming Heroes Out of the Vault next, and we're going to be finishing that, and that'll be the end of our season 1, where we're going to be talking about some of the initial basics for the game, and we're going to get into the rest of the game mechanics, and we're going to talk about some of the expansion classes that you can only find currently in the snackables and their digital content. We'll be discussing those in our next season. So with that, folks, you have a great day, and we will see you on the next time. Goodbye.